Hi.
Parents, welcome to the desert. I'm Miss Vanderhei. I will be teaching your children 7th and 8th grade reading and 8th grade English. We're looking forward to a really great year with you. But why don't you go check out some of the other rooms? Let's head over to Mrs. Barrett's 8th grade class. Hi, Mrs. Barrett.
Miss Vanderhei. I'm Mrs. Barrett. Welcome to the Arctic. This year I have an 8th grade homeroom and I'm teaching 7th and 8th grade science and Spanish. Why don't you check out 7th grade now, starting with Mrs. Vicentino. Hi, Mrs. Vicentino.
Hey, Mrs. Barrett. I'm Mrs. Vicentino, and welcome to the tropics. I am teaching 7th and 8th grade math and 7th grade social studies. I'm also 7th grade homeroom. Why don't you go check out what Miss Picana is doing?
Thanks, Mrs. Vicentino. Hi, I'm Miss Picana, and welcome to the woods. I'm a 7th grade homeroom teacher this year, and I teach 7th grade English as well as 7th and 8th grade religion. Now let's go find Miss Novak.
Here I am. I'm Miss Novak. I'm teaching 7th grade Algebra 1 this year and 8th grade Social Studies. I am also in charge of all of our e-learners and connecting with them. We, as a junior high unit, want to give our heartfelt thanks and appreciation to you, our parents, for helping this year start and be such a success. Now let's take a minute and go through some of the finer points you're going to want to know as a junior high parent.
The first thing that we want you to be aware of are all the different Google apps that can be found on the homepage of Chrome for all of your students. When they open up Chrome, you'll see this little cube in the top right-hand corner. If they click on that, they can see a variety of Google apps. The main ones that students will need to use are Google Drive, where all of their docs and slides are found, Gmail, where they can check all of their email. We really encourage students to go through this daily, as they'll have a lot of Google Classroom notifications and potentially emails from other teachers, and then also their Google Classroom application. We're going to now look a little bit closer into Google Classroom.
The view when you log into Google Classroom. There's a couple important things to point out. And you are looking at a teacher view, but the student view is very similar. A lot of times students like to click on this to do button and then they can see all of the assignments that are due. But this isn't enough. Students need to click on each individual class to be able to see the different announcements as well as the classwork that has been assigned, including all links and all materials. So if we click on one, you can see at the top that there's this portion called Stream, and this has announcements as well as materials and classwork and quizzes. The classwork tab is also very important, and that's where students can log in and see all of their assignments that have been assigned in the past, including up to today. Anything that has this indication is a material. Anything that has a little clipboard icon, that is an assignment that's due. And if they log in and open each individual assignment, that's the only way for them to see every single thing that the teacher has posted, including links and the actual assignments.
And if we jump into one of our reading classes, you'll be able to see some additional special things. So in Stream, as Mrs. Barrett stated, there's to be some announcements. For example, Ms. Vanderhei put an update yesterday that will go directly to your student's email, and they will get an announcement that something has been updated or changed. If we jump over to classwork, there's a lot of different categories. Students have bell ringers in the morning, which is really good for high school placement tests information, and just some activities to kind of open up the brain. What's really, really important is this weekly lesson plan unit. Parents, this is great for you too. We'll try our best to email them out every Friday for the next week. So for example, this Friday, you'll get a link that will open up a Google Doc for that next week and what every class is doing. Let's jump into this current week. And you'll be able to see there's a 7th grade block and an 8th grade block. Dates are on top in yellow, and all the teachers are over here on this side. It'll tell you specifically what we're doing step by step and what's for homework. This is much more in-depth and thorough than anything on Homework Connection. We do ask that if students are ever absent or are working from home, that they check this every single day as new information will be updated. If there is a live Zoom that will be happening in that class, you'll see a code as well as specific information on when things are due. And that is our view at lesson plans. It can be found in all 7th and 8th grade classes in Google Classroom under Weekly Lesson Plan Unit.
So, talking about how to get to Homework Connection. So we're going to go from Classroom Connection here to Homework Connection. And on this screen, we're going to click on 7th and 8th grade homework. We're going to see a chart that's very similar to what we just saw. And if we scroll down, we're going to see 7th grade first, and then we'll get down to 8th grade. But what we're going to see is every class with just the parts that are assigned for homework. So when we look at the lesson plan that Ms. Vanderheij showed us, that's going to show us everything that we did in class and the things that we are doing for homework. This is just going to be the parts that are due for homework. So while we're here looking at math, let's take a look at some of the weekly requirements for math.
Okay, so for some of the requirements for math for each week, do not forget that we are continuing to use Alex. You will pull up Alex, A-L-E-K-S, and you will use your login that was given to you in the first week of school. When you log in each week, do not forget that the weeks start from Thursday to Wednesday at midnight. So by Wednesday at midnight, you have to make sure you complete your quiz and 4 topics for Alex. Additionally, besides Alex, we are still doing the Friday homework review. Those are linked and listed in your homework Google Classroom, and those must be uploaded as a photo to our Google Classroom. Okay, those are due every Friday, and Alex is due by every Wednesday.
Thanks for listening.